Welcome back everyone. In previous lecture of semiconductor, we discussed till what is intrinsic semiconductor, extrinsic semiconductor, and according to that there are two types of semiconductors basically, pentavalent impurity N-type semiconductor and trivalent impurity P-type semiconductor. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about what is semiconductor fundamental, PN junction diode. There are two types, one is forward bias, one is reverse bias, and their basic concepts like depletion layer, then carrier potential, etc. Then we are going through types of resistances, that is static and dynamic resistance, then semiconductor device advantage, disadvantage, and applications. So let's start one by one. First of all, we are going to start with what is diode. Now here, diode is a bias junction. The PN junction with voltage applied across it. Here, diode is a electronic device where the current forms unidirectionally. We are going to discuss about P-type and N-type semiconductors and then forward and reverse bias PN junction diode. In short, forward biased is P side more positive than N side and reverse biased means N side more positive than P side. What is PN junction diode exactly? When N-type and P-type semiconductor materials are fused together, a PN junction is formed. A PN junction shows many interesting properties and it is on the basis of almost all modern electronic devices. When N-type and P-type semiconductor materials are fused together initially, the number of electrons in N side of the junction is very large compared to the number of electrons on P side. The same is true for the number of holes also. This density gradient causes migration of electrons from N side to the P side junction. They fill up the holes in the P-type material and produce negative ions. When electrons from N side of the junction migrate to the P side, they leave behind positively charged donor ions on N side. As the result, P-type region near the junction are negatively charged acceptor ions, and in the N-type region near the junction there are positively charged donor ions. PN junction is one of the basics of semiconductor technology. When we consider region of charges left behind at that time, group 3 in P-type, that is one less proton than Si negative charge, and group 4 in N-type, one more proton than Si positive charge. Now when you consider, as a result, N-type region near the junction is having negatively charged acceptor ions and N-type region are having positively charged donor ions. That time, the transfer of electrons and holes across the PN junction is called diffusion. Now, the extent up to which the electrons and the holes can diffuse across the junction depends on the density of the donor and the acceptor ions. The diffusion of carriers across the junction and resultant accumulation of positive and negative charges across the junction builds a potential difference. Now, when we consider this potential difference is called as potential barrier. Free charge carriers cannot be present in a region where there is a potential barrier. The region on either side of the junction therefore becomes completely devoid of any charge carriers. There are no charges for this particular region, and this region is called as depletion region or depletion layer. This electric field forms due to the fixed charges in the depletion region. Depletion region has high resistance due to the lack of mobile charges. Now you can see the circuit symbol of PN junction. Normally there are two components. One is cathode, one is anode. Here you can see depletion layer formation Now there are basically two types of this PN junction diode. One is forward bias junction and one is reverse bias junction. Now in short, when positive terminal of P side is connected to the P and negative terminal of the battery is connected to the N. Positive to P and negative to N, production of forward biased diode takes place. According to this, positive voltage placed on P-type material, holes in P-type move away from positive terminal, electrons in N-type move further from negative terminal. Depletion region becomes smaller, resistance of device decreases, voltage increased until critical voltage is reached. Depletion region disappears, current can flow freely. That's why this is called as forward biased junction. You can see it over here, P to positive and to negative. An external source can either oppose or aid the barrier potential. If the positive side of voltage is connected to the P-type material and the negative side is connected to the N-type of material, the junction is said to be positive or forward. The following condition exists. Forward bias overcomes barrier potential. Forward bias narrows the depletion region. There is a maximum current flow with the forward bias. Exactly opposite to this, it's a reverse bias junction. Positive voltage placed on N-type material. Electrons in N-type move closer to positive terminal holes. In P-type move closer to negative terminal. Width of depletion layer increases. Allowed current is essentially zero. In short, reverse bias occurs when the negative source is connected to the N-type material and the positive source is connected to the N-type material. Reverse bias strengthens the barrier potential. Reverse bias widens the depletion layer and current flow is minimum. So when you consider these things, in short, you can say that there might be a question that differentiate forward bias and reverse bias junction of PN junction diode. You can say positive terminal of battery is connected to the P-type and negative terminal to N-type of semiconductor in forward bias. Exactly opposite to this, positive terminal of battery connected to N-type and negative terminal connected to P-type in reverse bias diode. Depletion layer is very thin and depletion layer is thick. It means depletion layer compressed, depletion layer expands. PN junction offers very low resistance in forward bias. PN junction offers very high resistance in reverse bias. An ideal diode have zero resistance and ideal diode have infinite resistance. Now in this way you can list it out with diagram and 4 different points. Now when we draw a graph of V and I, that is V versus I, called as the VI characteristic curve, this curve gives us exact detail of VI characteristics of forward and reverse bias. In forward bias, it means for this region, the current is very low initially and then there is a sudden rise in the current. The point at which current rises sharply is known as knee point on the IV characteristic curve and the corresponding voltage is called as the knee voltage. And exactly for reverse bias, that is for this curve, when the reverse bias is applied to the diode is increased to sufficiently large value, it causes PN junction to overheat. This is because of the covalent bonds break and a large number of carriers are available for conduction. Again the curve is same as forward bias, but it is in a negative region. Why? Because of the current will change from milli to micro value and the current suddenly increases, called as that voltage is called as breakdown voltage. Now there are few types of characteristics due to important properties of diode in forward bias and the reverse bias mode. There are kind of resistances takes place in the reverse bias junction and in the forward bias junction too. A reverse bias junction has zero current flow. It is temperature dependent. If reverse bias is increased enough, the reverse current increases dramatically. This breakdown is called as the junction breakdown voltage. So when you consider this current flow at that time, when no voltage is applied to the diode, electrons from N-type material fill holes from the P-type material along the junction between the layers, forming a depletion zone. According to this, there are two types of resistances occurs. One is static resistance and one is dynamic resistance. When a PN junction diode is forward biased, it offers a definite resistance in the circuit. This circuit is called the static or DC resistance. It is the ratio of DC voltage across the diode to the DC current flowing through it at the particular voltage. Normal V is equal to IR, so R is equal to V upon I. And what is dynamic resistance? It is at a particular applied voltage, delta V upon delta I. It means change in voltage to the change in current value. So this is all about PN junction diode, their characteristics, their types, that is forward bias, reverse bias, VI characteristic curve with two types of resistances of the diode due to this nature. Now there are few applications, few advantages and disadvantages also of this. In advantages, let's start one by one. They can be controlled to our they are suitable to our requirements. They are smaller in size and lightweight. They can operate at smaller voltages and require less current. No heating effect occurs, therefore they are thermally stable. Faster speed of operation due to the smaller size. Fabrication of ICs are possible. With these advantages, there are few disadvantages also. They are very sensitive to the electrostatic charges, not very useful to control high power. They are very sensitive to radiations. Fluctuation in temperature sensible. They need controlled condition for their manufacturing. Very few materials are semiconductors because of either the material is conductor or insulator. That's why very few materials are there which are semiconductors. As the application of semiconductor, we consider solar cell, we consider photoresistor, we consider bipolar junction transistor, we can consider photodiode, light emitting diode, solid state laser, integrated circuits, etc. In solar cell, the light energy gets converted into electrical energy. Photoresistor, it changes its resistance when light is incident on. Bipolar junction transistor having two junctions and three terminals. Photodiode conducts the illuminated with light. LED, we all know, in household circuit, few similar technologies which consumes less power are similar in size and have longer life and cost effective also. Then solid state lasers are very special type of LED which emits light of specific frequency. They are smaller in size and consumes less power, and integrated circuits are very useful in electronic devices. One more application of this is thermistor. We already done with this experiment during practicals. Thermistor is a temperature sensitive resistor. Its resistance changes with change in its temperature. There are two types of thermistors. One is negative temperature coefficient and one is positive temperature coefficient. So this is all about PN junction diode. This is end of your chapter semiconductor. Again, these all things are very important because of this chapter is there for 5 marks. So if you have any doubt, let us know. I hope you understood everything. Thank you.